Listen, the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bearman, aka homie the black sheep. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, road driven, buzzing, tune in, don't miss anything. Bringing the best of variety of different guests, keeping it real and essence, they dress to impress. Every day chasing the check, follow, subscribing, request, it's time to decompress. Get everything off his chest, taking you guys on the quest into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter, another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel it heat, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention, the champ in the building. Y'all watching Mr. TMI.
Hit it. Yeah. So you just ain't gonna show me. That's how we gonna get down tonight. Natasha, you already against me? Is that what's going on? That's what we gonna do? Look, see, you already done knocked the show off track. So get your behind on camera. We ain't been on 2 seconds, and you done messed up already. Are you not ready for this week? You tell me what's happening.
I literally just woke up about all of 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I had to take one of them old folk naps too when I got home from work. So we both sleepy right now, but y'all know what time it is. It's Tuesday night, so wake y'all behinds up. TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI, the podcast champion. That's right. My co-host stay in the building. This is the co-host right here. So the co-host don't say nothing. It speaks for itself. And I heard that there's some really awesome podcasts out there, I gotta admit, that said that they're gonna come for the title of podcast champion. So I want to say, authentic ears, I heard your challenge, and you gotta come and you gotta bring some to get some. So come on and see if you can get this title off of me. That's right, we starting stuff tonight. Hey, we gotta do first of all, what's up to everybody? Anybody out there? I want to say what's up to you, and I gotta get into some Ask Mr. TMI in a minute. But I want to say what's up to Chef Lisa D, Nana. What's going on with you? I'm glad y'all done popped in. Look, it's time to get it. It's time to get it because I got some advice for anybody that want to call in. Now, you call in at your own risk. Call in to 817-466-6638 and ask Mr. TMI. I don't care what it is. I see you out there, Cam, and I know y'all coming for it. And y'all are such worthy challengers. However, it's hard to beat the champ. It's hard to beat the champ, so you might well get ready. Now, in saying all of that, I actually can go to an email that I received, right? So, ask Mr. TMI. This is anonymous. Hold on. I gotta get to it. Y'all know it takes some time. Forget y'all. I just told y'all. What more do you want? TMI said, Mr. TMI, why is it that every man I choose seems to not work out? Why does every man I choose seems to not work out? Now, I talk to a lot of different friends of mine and single folk, separated folk, divorced folk. And I want to say this, man. Y'all ever thought that, you ever think you suck at picking a mate? You ever think that? Like, think about this. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'll share a little bit with about myself. When I was dating 40, 50 years ago, I sucked at picking somebody. I sucked at picking a mate. What I thought I wanted was not what it was. And do we ever think about ourselves? Because I'm going to tell you how it happened to me. I had an episode with somebody who I'm gonna call affectionately the ugly girl, and you know, the the protection didn't work, y'all. So I thought I was gonna end up with a gruesome baby mama. I got to say. Now, when that did not turn out to be that way, I got on my knees, and y'all think this might be a lie, but this is the truth. I got on my knees next to that water bed. Am I dating myself? I got on my knees next to that water bed, and I prayed to God. I said, God, I'm tired. Please send me my wife. Send me my wife. And I was specific. Send me a red one. No, I'm just playing. But I was specific in what I asked for. And then all of a sudden, and this is the honest truth, 2 weeks later, I met my wife. 22 years later, we still happy and kicking it and all that good stuff. And we still looking good. Now, when I go back to saying or seeing, because, you know, platforms give you the opportunity to go back. And I go back and I look at what the hell I chose in the past. Let's just say I would be pissed right now if I had my way. So think about it. You might just suck at picking your mate. And a lot of us do. So I'm going to tell you my advice. Go to God. Go to God and ask him to deliver you your person. Because there is somebody out here for you. But you got to go to God for it. Don't trust in your decisions. Your decisions are horrible. Some of y'all got 5 different baby mamas or daddies to prove that you don't know how to pick somebody. Now, that's all I want to say about Ask Mr. TMI. Thank you for sending in that question, Anonymous. And we're going to move on through the show because we got a hot show tonight. We got a great guest and a great topic. So, in saying all of that, man, I got someone who is extremely talented actress. I always tell y'all, I know the ones who perfect the craft versus the ones who are just playing around. And this lady right here is not playing around. So, Miss Director, can you give us our guest, please? TMI News, I give to you Miss Alexandria Warfield Smith. Well, how you doing?
What's going on? Thank you for having me. Hey, world.
That's right, because everybody in the world, Craig, is listening to the show, TMI News. Hey, thank you for coming on. It is such a pleasure of having you on here. Now, instead of me jacking up who you are, I love for my guests to explain to the people who you are first, because I don't want to mess you up. I told you I got the little OLD going. So you're an actress, but you do so many other things. Explain to the people, first of all, let's start here. How did you even get into acting?
So it really started when I was a kid. I really loved being in front of people. I wasn't shy when I was a kid. I was that kid. Hey, mama, look, I got this routine. Let me show you. So my parents saw that early and put me in dance. So recitals, school plays, church plays, all that just grew my love for the craft. And then I wound up going to college and studying it and got my degree in fine arts. And from there, I've just been hitting the ground running, trying to get in every film on every stage I can to, turn my dream into reality. Full time.
Didn't I tell y'all you can tell the ones who study the craft versus the ones who jump their happy ass on the screen like me? Y'all saw me running. Anyway, hey, look. I gotta say this. We're gonna jump right into it. I saw your latest project, A True Christmas, and I'm gonna say this. I don't do Christmas movies. The reason why I don't do Christmas movies is because my wife, who's probably out there listening, but she likes to start Christmas in July. Watching them dang on Christmas movies all day, and they run so close together. You don't know if you just watch the end of one or the beginning of another one.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Christmas movies. However, I saw A True Christmas and I absolutely loved it. Loved it. Shout out to JF Bailey Productions and I believe LAS Entertainment. Is that correct? Lakeisha Avery Stewart.
Yes, Lakeisha Avery Stewart.
Shout out to all of them. So, how did that project come about for you?
So DeMarcus, I've worked with him in the past on some other projects. Shout out to DeMarcus. Thank you again. Yeah. I can't say it enough, so I gotta plug that in there. Thank you, DeMarcus. Man, always thinks of me when a script comes about, and so he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And when he told me the storyline, I was like, and I'm kind of like, you like a Christmas movie, okay? And to know DeMarcus's movies is to know like what your Christmas movie look like. You know, like, because I don't know what direction he'll go with it. And so when I read the script, I was like, wow, this is different for you. I love it. And I was sold. And then what really did it for me was when I met the young lady, Sky, who plays the little girl in the film. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I knew, I was like, if you could find a kid that's outgoing and not afraid to go there, I want to work with her. So that really sealed the deal for me. Sky did.
She has so much tude. You can't even call that attitude. She has some tude.
That's not playing. She like that in real life. It was sometimes I was like, oh, you not acting. You just being yourself at this point.
They told her, look, read this line like you'll read it around your house.
And gave the neck and everything. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody out there saw the movie yet, but go to Tubi and type in A True Christmas. I want to tell y'all without giving away anything, Alexandria got the most unique way to get rid of a date.
Oh, that was my favorite scene to shoot. That was so funny.
The most unique way to get rid of a date when you done with them. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, that would have, that I would have been gone. Gone.
All I'm gonna say is once y'all watch it, someone please go to my page and drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've tried it, first of all, because I just want to know. I've never personally done it, but I would love to know if somebody has.
That's how you know you're a great actress, because you look so comfortable in the scene. Like, yep, I did it.
And
what's up, Jazz? Jazz say she loves Christmas movies. Going to have to go check it out. Check out A True Christmas, Jazz. I'm telling you, you will not be let down. It is too funny.
It's what you say, Amazon Prime.
Amazon. Oh, also Amazon Prime, because November 1st is here, so it's worldwide now. Yes. Y'all definitely on all of your streaming platforms. Go check this out. So it's saying that, man, I thought that the movie was gonna be one of them. I hate them warm and fuzzy Christmas movies, but the fact that this one had a little roughness to it, I was digging it.
Yeah.
And so many people I know in there, as well as the guy that always played a bad dude in damn near everything he do. I can't think of his name right now. You know who I'm talking about?
It's about Stacy.
Yes. Stacy from
that's how everybody remembers him. Stacy.
Yes. Man, that dude scared me for real. I be thinking like he ain't acting. He not acting. What's up, Kenya? I see you out there, girl. So you got A True Christmas that dropped. Congratulations. But that ain't the only thing you're doing. You got a couple of other projects coming up, right?
I do. 2023, y'all gonna see a lot more of Alexandria Warfield Smith. I have 2 more projects that have been greenlit. We're good to go. They'll also be able to be streamed on multiple platforms. So I'm super excited about that. One of which I actually executive produced. So not only was I acting in it, I was also a producer. It's going to be called Lover's Revenge. It'll come out in the summer of next year. And then the other one, we're still waiting on confirmation on the release date, but I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. But it's one called Cruel Ambition. And then I have one more project I know that is coming out next year called Reflections. So that's a good girlfriend movie. Like, get your girlfriends together and y'all gonna kiki. And I think that's gonna be one that every woman can identify with one of us because we're all so different.
So we need to watch it, men, because we need to figure out the different kind of women. Because right,
but we need to watch it because there's a little twist that I think some men might be able to relate to. Maybe not, maybe can, but you'll just have to watch and see.
Oh, we're gonna definitely have to check that out. We definitely got to check that out. Look, I'm gonna say this. I've seen some of your work, extremely talented, gifted, and everything. I want to ask this question because you got so many different projects that you got going on. When it comes to acting, sometimes you have projects simultaneously, right?
Right.
How do you not confuse the two roles?
Called a good calendar and alarm set on your phone. Remember it, big bold letters, reflection shoot, Lover's Revenge shoot, a true Christmas shoot. Definitely staying organized and planning ahead is how I do my setup. And just, you got to know your scripts. You got to know your scripts. You got to know your characters, and you just have to be able to step out of a character. We call it undressing one character and then putting on another character's garments and skin, if you will. So that's really it. Just stay organized and know your material. That way, no matter who throws a line out there, you know what's to follow.
Right. See, I ain't gonna lie. I would mix them all up. I'll be all in the wrong movie. I'm being honest, y'all. Don't hire me because it's not gonna go right. No, matter of fact, hire me, but don't hire me for more than one.
But don't hire me at the same time.
Don't hire me at the same time. Yeah, because it's not gonna work out right. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't gonna work out. Because the way my OLD work, man, shoot. So I might be a kid in one of them. Never mind. Anyway, that is so awesome that you got those projects going on. And you said you executive produced Reflections, is that correct?
No, Lover's Revenge.
I'm sorry, Lover's Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that seat? How do you like sitting as the executive producer, and what's different about it versus you just going on set as an actress?
I love it because my creativity gets unboxed even more as an executive producer, especially with this particular project with Lover's Revenge. I did a lot of the casting. I did a lot of, finding locations, making sure that we keep the actors. Like I think about how I would want to be treated on set, and that's an opportunity for me to then treat our actors the same way, making sure that they have snacks and adequate breaks. So I love it because it lets me see the full picture. When you're an actress, you only have to worry about your character, your scene partner, and making sure you do that job right. But as an executive producer, I'm not gonna lie, I added some stress, a little more stress, because I was a lead and an executive producer. So now talk about switching hats. That's a hat that was it was a little difficult to maneuver at some points, but we made it through. I made it through because I'm trying to be in the scene, but I'm sitting here looking like, ooh, continuity. Let me fix that. We got to run the take back because this, and yeah, but it was good. It was good. I love it. And it really helps. Like we're talking about in one of my actor friend circles, it helps when you know all positions, because then when you are in just the actor seat, you're not so selfish. And when I say selfish, is you're not so worried about, oh, I'm messing up. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, do they like me? Oh, I hope that take was right. Oh, they made a comment, or the director's looking a certain kind of way. I must have did something wrong. When truth be told, you the last thing they really worried about. They too busy worried about all these other pieces. So it's good to be well-rounded in that regard.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. And it sounds like a challenge. However, you seem like a bold and driven person willing to take the challenge. So I'm believing that in sitting in both of those seats, you can't be one of them people that want it easy. You like to challenge the difficulty of balancing both out. And then on top of that, after the project is done, I know the sense of pride you have is greater.
Yes. Yes, it's definitely greater because it's always a sense of accomplishment whenever I finish a project, even if I'm just acting in it, because there's still a lot of work that you do as an actor to prepare, at least for me. You know, but when you have that executive when you have that executive producer hat, you see a lot of the upfront work before you even get to casting. There's so much work done ahead of time. So you've technically been working on the project longer than the actors have. So that's an even bigger sense of accomplishment because what for an actor may technically be, 2 months of shooting has been 6 months of work for me.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Do you as an executive producer, which this is a dumb question because I know it happens, do you ever change anything on the fly?
Absolutely.
Like something come up
Absolutely.
like, nope, we scrapping that. We gonna go with
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
absolutely. We'll either change a location, like, you know what? This happens where you don't have access to a space anymore. So now you got to reconfigure how you going to shoot this and that could very well change something else. An actor could get sick. We've had to
Yeah.
recast. So there's so many things that can go on from an executive producer standpoint that actors don't even know nothing about. You just know, oh, we're meeting here, okay, but you don't know the who, would, and why that's the case. So it's
So
fun. I like it.
I'm gonna ask this. Don't point out any projects and don't point out any names. But have you ever felt like you had to carry the scene when it comes to a person that you're on set with?
I have. I have. I think all actors run across that at least some point in time where, and it's nothing to your scene partner. They could very well just, they cat could have died. I don't know. They could have totaled out their car before they got there, and maybe they just distracted. You never know. People just have bad days. You have an off day, and sometimes you do have to help your scene partner out. But that's the key to what we do. You got to listen. It's not good enough to just recite your words. You got to listen and try to pull from what they're giving you or feed them what they're missing without ruining the shot.
So I'm gonna say this too. Like I said, you can tell the ones who study the craft. And in A True Christmas, not only did you say the lines, but your whole like motion, body, eyes, everything fit.
Oh, good. Thank
And
you.
oh yeah. I see y'all don't understand. I be checking these things out because I've seen where people get on there and read their line and their mouth ain't got nothing to do with what they body doing. But when a
Mm-hmm.
person can pull you in with everything that they're doing, I think that right there is a talent. You can definitely, I understand you can study and you can practice, but that it's a talent. And when you have it, I'm sure you're not even paying attention that you're doing it. Is it that natural for you?
I'm not gonna say it's that natural. That's how hard I've worked to make it natural though. Yeah. Something that I talked to just an acting coach today about. We were talking about the whole you got to think like the character, and in thinking like the character, you'll find your body adapting to what you're thinking. You'll find yourself if you've had a miserable day and you're really thinking about what all did your character do today. Well, they just got divorced, they just got evicted, they just lost this, they just lost that. You naturally start feeling that weight, and your body takes on that mannerism just from thinking about what they're thinking about. And when I say thinking about it, I don't even mean just okay, so in scene one my character did this. No, today I just went through this, I just experienced this. Because like Jessica, for example, that's the character's name in A True Christmas, I had to think like Jessica at times, and I want to do that more and more because that's only going to make me a stronger actor. So that's a huge compliment. Thank you so much for even addressing body language, because it is something that I try to be mindful of. We call it doings. I want to have something to do, but it got to make sense. I can't be fixing a tire, but I'm supposed to be at work. Or,
Right.
or I'm completely ignoring this keyboard that's sitting right in front of me, but I'm on the clock.
Right.
So, yeah, thank you for that.
Be like, she don't work at all. That it'll kind of be like if you were playing me. Yeah, that's how my work.
Just sit
Hey,
there.
Jeanette, I see you out there, Jeanette. So,
Hey, Jeanette.
um, apparently they put you on this ride called TMI News, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're about to get into on this ride. But before we get on this ride, I want everybody out there to make sure that y'all following Alexandria, because she got so many great things coming up. Tell everybody where they follow and watch your projects and things like that.
Absolutely. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's official Alexandria _. On TikTok, it's official Alexandria. On Facebook, Alexandria N. Smith. Y'all, please excuse me. I just got married, so I'm still adjusting my names.
Trying to figure it out.
YouTube, yeah, I'm trying to get it all consistent. But on YouTube, it's Alexandria N. Warfield. I do have a YouTube channel too, so you guys can definitely keep up with me on all of those platforms.
Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe to her YouTube channel right now. I know y'all gonna subscribe to all the other stuff, but y'all know I'm passionate about YouTube. First of all, like this video, share it too. And make sure right now y'all go and subscribe Alexandria N. Warfield on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Now,
thank you.
in saying that, she about to get into some of this news that we be doing, y'all. So it's time, director. It's time. Let's get into it. Man woke up to go pee to find he was in a coffin that had been sacrificed. Come pull that down. What the director? Have you lost your mind? First of all, if I'm in Lord, I don't even know how to address this. Like, so how the hell he get in the coffin? Did they shoot him in the butt with one of them little numbing things and then take his organs? I don't quite know how to address. You caught me off guard with that one. But I'm gonna say, if I ever had to go pee, okay, so I'm gonna ask Alexandra. You ever heard of the term "the witch riding your back"?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
That's when you think you woke, but you not. And so you try to move and you can't move. You can't holler. You can't do nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That scares the hell out of me. So if I ever woke up in a coffin, I'm just going to take myself out right then and there. That's it. I'm going to smother myself with some of that coffin lining.
Not the coffin lining.
You know that coffin lining be thick.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't know what to think. You know what? Knowing me, I'll probably go back to sleep thinking I was in one of them little night terrors. Like, nah, this can't be real. This is a bad dream.
Yo.
But again, how do you get to a place where you end up in the coffin in the first place? That's why I say I have a lot of questions.
Yes.
There was definitely some drugs involved.
Let's just say this. If I'm in a coffin when I wake up, the last thing I'm going to have to do is go pee. I'm going to be done peed on that coffin lining. I'm just letting y'all know it's going to be a pee and a little bit of boo-boo in that coffin lining.
Probably I've been pissed on myself too. Either that or go right on back up.
like, let's be for real. That's a real issue. I don't like to be closed in. Like, so think about it. I'm sorry, going to pee would not be the reason why I wake up if I feel closed in.
Right.
You don't let them scratch your kidneys out your back and freeze them and all that. But I'm sorry, I'm gone anyway. I'm gone anyway. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm gone. I know the Lord gonna understand if I take myself out at that point. If I wake up and my guts is gone, the hell you want me to do?
If your guts is gone, you're probably not waking up.
If my guts is gone, how did I have to go pee?
They left the bladder. That's all I'm hearing. They left your bladder.
They left the bladder. So my bladder, y'all don't give a damn about. Jazz, y'all see Kenya, Jazz, y'all out there laughing, but y'all know damn well y'all wake up in a coffin. The last thing you're gonna have to do is go pee. Now, apparently, the director just woke up because she gonna put that damn story up first. You see, my director got issues. I love her, I swear to God, but she got issues, y'all. Don't catch her when she's just waking up, because you never know what to expect. Now, we're going to get into a little bit more serious mode, because I do want to discuss something that happened today. Was it today? Am I, because I went to sleep since then, so I don't know the days. Go ahead and put that story up, Natasha, if you don't mind. Migos member Takeoff shot dead in Houston, only the age of 28, at the age of 28. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. I personally don't know much about Migos and the different members. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be honest. I thought Migos was one dude. So I'm gonna let our guests kind of explain the whole Migos. And if you don't mind, give us, because you are a fan, correct?
I am. I
Give us
absolutely
some
am.
feeling on what took place.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt and I'm tired, because this has been an unfortunate trend lately in our community, is seeing these rappers gunned down for senseless reasons. Not one of them, nothing's justified, but not one of, like, it's just senseless. And the allegations right now are, the story that's being put out there is that this was over a dice game at a bowling alley. An argument happened between from what I've read, again, these are all allegedly, there was an altercation involving Quavo, who was also there at the scene, who was not injured. But during this heated altercation, shots rang out. Again, no one knows from who or what bullet was the bullet that took Takeoff, but Takeoff was hit in that crossfire and reportedly dead at the scene when paramedics arrived. So it's very unfortunate. I'm very hurt. I'm a fan of their music. They really did change the sound for a little bit there. Some people got it, some people didn't, but then you started seeing it have an effect on new artists after that. And I hate to see it. He's 28. Like,
Yes,
that's
yes.
so young.
Sad case. Another black
So
man
young.
gone behind another black man. Can I explain something to y'all? Now I gotta explain something to y'all from a elder's perspective. I be acting like I'm 70, don't I? But anyway, let me tell y'all something. Okay, you know what? I gotta say it like I know it.
Yeah.
My friends and people of my age now sound like the bitter old people that were old when we were young. This don't make no sense. These young folks gone crazy and all this other stuff. And I'm so, I hate to say this, but y'all, people were killed in dice games during my grandfather's age, my father's age, my age, and now my kid's age. Well, not my kid, a little older than my kid, but I'm sure it's gonna happen in my kid's age. And the only thing us older black people do, whoever older at the time, is sit up and complain about how bad the younger generation is. And I think that's a bunch of bull crap. And for those that's out there complaining about what the younger generation are doing, what are you doing to try to help affect the younger generation so that that this don't happen? Black on black crime, which that term, they make us hate to hear it. However, it does exist. It happens way too often. Way too often. However, what do you expect when ain't nobody showing nobody the right way? Ain't nobody showing nobody the value of, dude, you ain't got to pick up a gun because the dice game didn't go right or whatever, or somebody said something slick. You ain't got to do that. You're ruining lives, not just your life, but you're ruining the lives of the family members of the people that the person that's gone. And I'm sorry, Alexandra, but I got to address this. We do got to stop putting stuff online, because from what I understand, there's some footage, allegedly, because I haven't seen it. There's some footage online of the death of this young man. Yeah, and my problem with that is we'd rather pick up a camera than put down a gun or get on your knee and help somebody that's been injured.
Yeah. And I'm glad you touched on that.
We want to go viral so bad that we don't give a damn who it affects. We don't care who life was taken. We just want to go viral. And I be damn on TMI News if I grab some footage like that and play it just for views. I don't give a damn about views. Right. The purpose of me being on here is to talk to that young ear and let them know, yo, first of all, we proud of y'all because y'all are thinking more on an ownership level than we ever thought. We were trained, get a job, grow up, get your education, get a job. This younger generation, Migos and all of them, I love them because they are more bold than we ever were. They're going to speak about the wrongs and things like that. However, we got to now clean up the house. The house is dirty and we too busy looking on the outside of the house. What I mean by the house is our people. We got to clean up the house and stop allowing this to be okay. Because guess what? You're so right. So many young, whether they're rappers or whatever the case is, has been gunned down just for some stupid clout or a stupid temper tantrum, because that's what this sounds like to me.
Yeah, I agree. And something I really want to go back to that you said is it's so disgusting how people want to take pictures of that. Yes. Why do you want to take pictures of that? And not realizing that the platform and caliber that this man was on, his family has to see that repeatedly now. That's going to trigger them for a long time. That triggers anybody's loved one for a very long time. It's hard enough to accept the fact that you lost somebody, but to see people posting about it and reposting those particular images, I don't get it. And we need to learn to call for help versus being quick to take a picture. And what's even more baffling to me, and I'm sure, again, this is a fresh story, so more details will come out, but it's so baffling how the police have to say repeatedly, if anyone has any information, there was so many people there. People got information, but they rather post it first before they go give it to the authorities. And that's the part that's disgusting to me. You care more about having that first image than you do by getting justice for this man whose life was taken. Step up just as quickly as you did to post. Just no respect for the families. And that stuff it's hard to look at. I don't like looking at pictures of that because that stuff doesn't leave your mind. So imagine being that person's loved one. And that's the image that they have to see of their loved one.
So I'm glad you said that. Not just the image and the video. Imagine if, and this is what I hate, and after this, if you don't mind, I want to go to the comments because I see some great comments out there. But imagine all of us just wake up and we go through our social media. Imagine clicking that video and noticing that that's your loved one dying on the ground, and that's the first that's how you got the news. I absolutely hate a couple of things. When somebody posts the death of somebody on social media before the family can get the news.
Right.
And I won't go too deep into this, but posting the body in any image of a person that has died, whether they're in their casket, laying on the ground, or whatever the case is, just for sympathy, likes, or attention, because that's really what all this crap is about.
Right.
So I think it's horrible. Whoever was sitting there holding that camera during that time, man, I wonder how you look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah. And a lot of those people are doing it for a check. That's the other part that's disgusting, is that they want to be the person to sell it to TMZ or to the newsstands or the news reporters or whatever gossip site. They want to try to sell those images to say that they have firsthand accounts of what happened, but you're so disconnected from the fact that that was a human. Take the rapper part out of it. That's a human being at the end of the day who was someone's son, someone's friend, someone's nephew, cousin. And like you said, the way they found out about it is bad enough just to hear the news, but no one could even call you and say, "Hey, I got some news. Are you sit down?" No one could even give you that forewarning to get you prepped for that kind of blow. You have to look up and see the image of him slain on the ground, laying in his own blood as your announcement. That's hard. That's
Right.
hard.
So I won't open my mouth. Natasha, if we can go back through the comments, I really saw one that caught my eye with Uncle Junior, but go back before that because I want to address all these comments that's in there because awesome comments when it comes to this topic. So Jazz says, sad case, another black man gone behind another black man. And God, that really that hurts, y'all. This is sad. This is why I want us to mentor so bad in the entertainment industry. You know what? I see where you're going with that, Jeanette, because at the end of the day, our entertainment industry has such an influence on our community, such an influence. And lately, it's been nothing but a bad influence. I'll be honest. I mean, even when it comes to, y'all know a tender spot in my heart, marriage. Even when it comes to marriage, look at how the entertainment industry and how Hollywood presents marriage in itself. They make it seem like it's some fling. So I totally agree with that. We need to step up. This been going on, just social media is capturing it all. And that's what I meant by all the old heads out there talking about what young people are going crazy. We as a community have to address black on black crime. Do we not care or know how to handle disputes? That you know what? And keep Uncle Junior's comment up there. That is exactly what I mean, Natasha. When it comes to, we are in such a sensitive generation. This generation is so sensitive. Like I always ask my son, I don't know about y'all, I always ask my son, hey, do y'all roast in school? And they like, no, we don't do that. That's insensitive and all this other stuff. And although it was a little hard when we did it, it made us a little tough around the edges where we don't take everything serious. This generation take everything so serious. And you know, Uncle Junior said, what the OGs gonna do to help? We gotta. And when you say OGs, I'm thinking you're talking about men, because I don't call ladies OGs. But what the men gotta do is we gotta get back into these streets and get back into these communities and get face to face with these kids. A lot of us look at the kids, shake your head, and go into your fancy ass house. No, it's a lot of these kids out here that do not have male mentors. We gotta get back. Like, I know y'all think I'm just on here preaching, but in my community where I live, I walk my behind, not all the time because my knees be hurting, but I go up to the park. And when I go up to that park, I'll grab their basketball, say, y'all, hold on, let me hold the ball for a second. Hey, this is number one. Y'all, take pride in your community. Clean up all these water bottles and crap y'all got around here when the garbage can is just right there. Hey, we won't start the game until then. Also, I get out there and I play a game or so with them. As much as it hurt, I play a game or so with them. Then after that, we talk. Because if you don't know what's on these kids' mind, how in the heck you gonna help? How you gonna help? We can't take that kids are made to be seen and not heard approach that when we grew up. We can't have that. These kids need to express themselves because they are in a world where we could never understand. You can't understand having a fight at school and losing the fight, and then the world knowing about it because somebody posted a dang on video.
Right.
So they got different pressures than we had. So you got to talk to these folks. I'm sorry, I'm still on Uncle Junior. What is the OGs gonna do? We got to talk to them. We got to listen to them most importantly. So
and also teach them how to deal with their feelings.
Yes.
Like tell them, acknowledge that they're angry, but show them what to do with that anger. Right now, not enough. I'm not gonna say no one. Not enough people are teaching others how to process their feelings. So now it boils up to this, where the first thing they do is shoot shoot first. It's like, no, you can be mad. That's a natural human reaction, but that does not warrant taking a life. You need to deal with, why are you mad? Why did that make you so upset? Why did that trigger you? So what, he called you out your name, but is that your name? Like, not learning how to deal with the things that get thrown at us and processing those emotions in a healthy way. Feel your feels, but you got to express them differently. And that's what a lot of people aren't teaching their kids. It's like you said, there's some old folks, ways of kids are seen, not heard. You don't have no feelings. You do what I tell you to do, and I don't care if you mad. So now they don't know what to do with it. So they banging and busting up stuff. But you need to actually talk to them. Why are you mad? And we try to do that with our daughter and talk to her. Like, I know you feeling this. Tell me why you feeling this. And they may not be able to articulate it, but the fact that you're asking and making them think, it helps.
And check this out. Another thing, we got to stop. Like you said, y'all go to the problem. A lot of parents run away from the problem and want to medicate their kids. Diagnosing and medicating our kids is not getting it. Every kid ain't got ADD, ADHD, and all these other letters y'all want to give them. They just need attention. And kids they thrive for attention, and they're going to get it however they can get it, whether it's good attention or bad attention. You have to make the decision on what you show attention to. That's number one. Number two, the parenting styles lately is get your kid a video game and throw him in front of the video game. As long as he ain't in your face, get a phone, get your smartphone and get the hell out of my face. How often do we sit down and play games with our kids and talk to our kids? Go sit in their room and just talk with them. Just talk with them, because once again, we could never understand the issues and the things that they face nowadays.
Yeah. And not to mention the games that they sitting in front of are violent games.
Right.
Let's keep that in mind.
But you're not gonna talk about Call of Duty though, Alexandria. I ain't gonna let you do it. Never mind. Cam said we have to show the example first, then get out in the neighborhoods and do the work. You know what? Where the uncles at? See, a lot of people got that mentality, it's not my kid, not my problem. I always had the mentality, I better get out in this community because I better have some type of effect on the generation that my children are going to have to pick a mate out of. You ever thought about that? See, we always think about our kids saying, man, I want you to be right because I want you to treat the woman right. Or my daughter, I want you to know how to identify a man. But if we ain't out here help creating these things, if they're not available, then what they going to pick from? Right. But we sitting back constantly complaining, look how wild these young folks here. These young folks just so wild. You know what? You sound like your grandmama. You sound like your granddaddy, who thought that we was living in our last days back when they was felt like it was time. Kenya says the other problem is that parents don't want you to correct their kids. I'm glad you said that. Misbehaving and bad attitudes. What happened to adults correcting bad behavior on site? You know what? Remember when just a show ago or something, we had a show, Alexandria, that said, not my baby. These parents that just don't believe that their kids are bad. These kids, once again, you're not the only person that can put a kid on this earth. So stop thinking that you just created a piece of gold that is flawless. There's some people out here that really think that their kids don't do no wrong. The kid can run to the house, and this don't go just with our children, because I remember my uncle doing this. Your kid can run to the house with the drugs, hide them in your house, and you will sit there and tell the police, not my baby. My baby been in the house all day. You know damn well your baby been creating havoc throughout this neighborhood, and now you want to protect them.
Yeah.
So
one thing I want to add to that, because you bring a good point, but I've learned this, especially now with our daughter. Parents need to understand kids are born through you, not to you. And what I say by that, when I say that is, you're the vessel to deliver God's mission. That's what your job is. Deliver the mission, deliver the purpose, deliver the blessing. Yes, guide them, but ultimately that baby is an individual. They have their own personality. They have their own things. we've probably all gotten a number of whoopings, cuss outs, whatever, and we still did wrong, knowing that it was going to result in a whooping, cuss out, or whatever. But that's because you're an individual. So that's why I say you have to guide them when they decide to make a decision for themselves. Tell them why that's right. Tell them why that's wrong. Don't assume that they can't do no wrong, because again, I don't care what you done told or taught that child. If they want to do wrong, that's what they're going to do, because they are still an individual. But our job as parents is to guide, assist, lead, and pray. That's all you can do. Guide, assist, lead, and pray.
And
But
I'm
it's
so
when
glad.
parents throw their hands up is when we have situations like this, because they've given up on the child. And so now the
Right.
child's left to figure it out for themselves. And unfortunately, they figure it out the wrong way. We can't give up on our kids, but we also need to quit assuming that our kids can do no wrong, because they weren't gifted for us to be perfect. They were given to us to be a blessing for the world, and we were the vessels that helped bring them here.
And I'm so glad you said that so intelligently. And you right, man. God sends them through us. They don't belong to us. And some of these parents out here think that because they passed through you, that you just passed the Christ through you. Oh, they're perfect, infallible, and all this other stuff. And you know the issues. You know this kid throws temper tantrums at home. You know this kid is doing sneaky stuff at home. And then the second somebody brings it to your attention, you become defensive, and you will go up there and defend this child against the teacher when you know daggone well that kid does the same things at home. I had a similar situation where we went up to the school, and the teacher said, this was my son leaves his things in the floor. He's unorganized and so on and so forth. And I'm like, well, dang, I can't even fight you on that, because you should see his room. See, a lot of us parents, we'll see that room and then go up there and fight. Not my baby. They throwing his stuff on the floor. No, you know your baby a slob. So not to get too far off, I want to go back to Tate. Wait a minute. What's his name? Take. Oh, you know I done messed it up. Take off. I be want to say take over, but I'm sorry. I want to go back to take Migos. Take off. Migos. Take off. I want to go back to that young brother and say, man, God rest your soul. I pray for your family, because at the end of the day, the media try to dehumanize the situation by saying rapper shot. Whenever you see rapper shot, you're like, oh, there they go again. Right? Yeah. Because the media dehumanize us. That was a young man whose life was taken for something very senseless. And we need to get our act together in our community and stop doing this. The very second that we take pride in our community is the very second that we will start having pride in ourselves. Yeah. It kills me, and I'm gonna venture off to a little sensitive spot where, they always say gentrification, right? And so that's basically where they take us up out of where we are, build it back up, and then make it too expensive for us to even go back and live in a community that we grew up in. And I'm gonna say, how is it that we can let them come and clean up something that we've been there already? If we take pride in our stuff, in our area, in our on our block, in our property, and not just throw trash everywhere, and not just pee whenever you feel like you gotta pee, and things like that. When we take pride in our stuff, that's the second. That's at that second, other people, cultures, and things like that will have respect for us. And not all of us do it, but it's the stuff that we spotlight. We give attention. I said it earlier. It's all about attention. And us as a community got to stop giving attention to all of the negativity. Stop making this negative stuff seem like it's cool, and make the positive stuff. Congratulations again on your new marriage. make the positive stuff seem cool.
Yeah. Thank
Now,
you. Thank
no problem at all. No problem at all. Look, Kenya said the problem of because we're gonna get into the topic too. The other problem is that parents don't want you to correct their kid. Okay, we read that one. I'm sorry, my bad. Jeanette said that's the one I was trying to go to. Y'all know I do not have on my prescription glasses because I'm trying to look cool right now. It's the But Jeanette said I talk and be honest with them. Now I can't keep talking. Your butt about to get it too. So I see what she's saying. I'm sorry, I'm struggling. I can't see, but she's right. We have to talk and listen. Absolutely.
And sometimes, like she said, we got to put the foot down.
We gotta. Alexandria can't say it. We gotta whoop ass. We got to get back to whooping ass, and we can't be scared that if we whoop their ass, that somebody gonna come and take them from us. You know what? If you think you can do a better job, come get them. But what they not gonna do, because respect starts in the home first, what they not gonna do is sit around here, eat up, mess up, junk up, and then walk around here with no daggone attitude, thinking that somebody got to kiss they behind for doing absolutely nothing because they don't even own the drawers that they got on. That's what not gonna happen, and I think we need to get that back in check first. Too many of y'all give them too much props when they ain't done nothing. It come all the way down to the food. Well, she don't eat this. He don't eat that. They not. I gotta get them some this and get them some that. No, my mom and them said, "Hit the food. You don't want to die. You eat it. Come get them." Food is hot.
And if you don't want to eat it now, and if you don't want to eat it now, it's gonna be there when you get hungry. So you still gonna eat it.
Alexandria, that's one way we knew that we really did not like something because we went hungry. I don't care, mama. I don't care how you doctor it up. I don't care what gravy you put on it or anything of the sort. I'm not eating damn liver. And
but guess what she made you do? She made you eat that liver if you was hungry because eventually that ground.
Look, I be collapsed at the table because liver. Something happened. What's wrong with his sugar low? He ain't ate. Why? I cooked. I'm not eating the liver. That's how you knew that people really didn't like something. But nowadays, kids will look at something and don't like it.
Oh yeah.
Ain't tasted, ain't did nothing. Look at something and don't like it. But it ain't even about the kids tonight. We're about to transition, man. Once again, rest in peace. Take off. You know you got to help me. Take off. Rest in peace, Take Off. Seriously. And Migos, man, my heart goes out to y'all family, and everybody that has been affectionately affected by this situation. So I want to talk about, because we hit on it, I want to talk about these parents, because a lot of kids have to deal with the jealousy of a parent. There's situations where mothers are jealous of their daughters, whether it's for the attention of the father or what. Fathers are jealous of their sons because they wanted to be a basketball star or a football player, and their sons is now doing it. And I kind of first want to, because they don't even have to go to that level of jealousy. I first want to address it, because I talked to several people where parents are jealous because they didn't get married, but that now their daughter's married with a husband, or jealous at the fact that their son is no longer, you're not the number one woman in your son's life. He has a wife now, and you're jealous of that. And I'm just trying to figure out, because that's some of the hardest people to deal with is your parents. How does a child overcome that? What are your thoughts on that?
You know, when I heard about the topic, I still draw blank, because you're right. It happens more often than not, but it's handled differently because it's a parent. So it's excused a lot longer than it probably needs to be and should be. But what a child does to overcome it, the first thing I think about now is you got to have the conversation. You have to stand in it and have a conversation. Be respectful. You don't have to, disrespect your parent to say, when you say things like that, it makes me feel like you're jealous. Don't be afraid to say the J word. It comes off that you're jealous. And understand too, for the child that's experiencing that, understand that it's really not you. That is a them thing. They have to
Right.
figure out why they are triggered. So don't take it so personal that we get disrespectful, but identify the sickness, if you will. There's something there that they're not healed from. And unfortunately, it shows its head when you have success or when you have happiness. That's not your fault, though. Don't feel bad about that. That's one thing I would do tell people or my friends that have experienced that. Don't feel bad. You're not doing anything wrong. Do not blame yourself. You are deserving of every good thing that you have. Don't get those two confused. So that would be, I guess, my first thing to the child is, it's not your fault. It's not you. Give a little grace, because obviously it's a them thing, but have the conversation. Have the conversation.
So you're so right about that. And I was sitting here just thinking about, if I was in that situation, how would I address it? And as an adult, as a kid, it's damn near impossible to address a jealous parent. I'm going to say that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know how you can go to a stubborn, jealous parent and address it as a kid. Because once again, that stubborn parent is not going to listen to you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you are more adult than your parents. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, from an adult standpoint, if I'm dealing with a jealous parent, I don't know. Do I get them involved? So maybe if they feel more involved in what I'm doing, they will lighten up, and then they'll lighten up to the point where I can address it. Or if I address it, will it cause a wedge where now it's unrepairable? I'm really confused about how would you approach that, because a lot of us in our community have to deal with this. See, we got to understand, man, our parents was once kids. They went through stuff. They went without things, a lot of things. And unfortunately, some of them grew up to be parents and feel like they missed out. And now that they see their kid doing, they become, instead of proud, because the reason why the kid is doing is because of you, instead of proud, they become jealous. I'll tell you a story real quick. Somebody walked up to me and said, "Ooh, your son looked just like you, but he looked better than you." And my response was, he's supposed to. He's supposed to look better than me, right or wrong.
Right. Our kids are supposed to be a better version of us. That's
what the hell I'm gonna put something out here. What the hell I'm gonna do? Put something out here uglier than me? That don't make no sense. So for that stupid comment to even compare me and my child, what if I was that jealous parent? See what I'm saying? That was a gaslight situation. Kenya says parents will kill the children's spirit and motivation. How can a child even have the conversation? It is impossible, I believe. That's what I'm saying. I'm stuck. I want y'all.
I think it's possible, though. And this is why I say it's possible. Now, again, my situation is not everybody's situation. But prime example, when I got married, my mom didn't have a wedding. We had actual, like a full-fledged wedding, the whole shebang. You know, her and my dad went to the courthouse. And it got to a point where she started projecting what she wanted onto my wedding. And she wanted to be more involved and wanted to have more say-so in the guest list and decoration. She wanted to do a lot of things. And the reason why I say it's possible is because I know at one point in time we did butt heads about it. Like, I was like, "Mama, this is not your wedding." But then I realized
that happens so much.
Yeah, this is not your wedding. But my husband helped me understand. He's like, "Alex, look at it this way." And this is why I said we have to take our feelings out of it. He said, "You're your child, your mother's only. So there's layers to this. I'm my mama's only baby. She did not have a wedding. I'm a girl. I'm a woman. So there's a lot
Right.
of things there that she's connecting and resonating to. So what I had to find is something for her to do to feel included, to
Yes.
feel valued. It's and yes, it's my wedding. I should be the only one that be feeling valued. I don't agree with that statement because there's two people getting married, but I get how the attention should be on me. But I had to take myself out of it for a little bit and say, is it going to kill me to give her a task? Is it going to really
Right.
kill me to allow her to flex her muscle a little bit in this area? But it was a conversation that I had to have. I had to say, Mom, look, I got it. I got people in place for that. But what I want for you to do is I want you to come with me when I go to this meeting and tour the building. I want you to get with one of my bridesmaids and help with the bridal shower. Matter of fact, I want you to do the games, conduct the games how you want to, whatever you want to do. But I had to find something that I felt comfortable relinquishing that right to give her fully and not be upset no matter how it turned out. But I had to be okay with however it turned out. But I also got her involved, but I still had my way at the same time. So you have to find a compromise. And that's why I say as kids, we have to kind of look past ourselves just a little bit because it's not about us. There were so many other
Right.
layers to that I wasn't thinking about at the time because all I'm thinking about is how you coming at me, mama. But just step back. But it goes again back to how do you process things?
Man, my boy the Blunt is out there. He says it's hard for you to imagine because you have respect for your parents. Once the parent loses that level of respect, it gets easier. Yeah, and see, I live by the disobedient child has shorter days, and it don't say a disobedient. It doesn't say a disobedient parent need to be checked by their child. So you're not the one, in my opinion, you are not the one to punish your parents for their wrongdoing.
Right.
God got that part. If that parent is truly foul, God got that part. I think that you need to always have that respect for your parents because you want to show your children what type of respect they need to have for you at all times. See, it's not all about just you in that moment. Boy, my mama did me wrong all these years, and when I get an opportunity, I'm gonna cuss her out. That ain't the best idea, and I hear that a lot. In my family, I hear that a lot. That's not the best idea because you got kids. Your children are looking at you, and so they gonna think when they get a certain age that they can do you like that. So be cautious of. I truly feel like that disobedient child has shorter days. I truly believe that. So my parents get the utmost respect. Now you brought up weddings, and I'm gonna bring up mine. And I want that comment back by Kenya too when I'm done with this. But at my wedding, when you say get your parents involved, I knew that my parents did the courthouse thing. A lot of our parents, from back in the day, they didn't have the ends to do a wedding and all this big stuff and cake and all that other stuff. So with my mama, it was easy because I'm the dude. You know what I'm saying? But my daddy was actually, a little tough to deal with during that time. And already knew, wait a minute, I need to get him involved. Well, what did he like to do? My daddy loved to sing. I said, I sing, my daddy sang. Right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, bet. What I'm gonna do is with permission, I'm gonna ask him to sing the song while my wife comes down the aisle.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now, yeah, you think it's sweet, but that was tough because he turned it into seems sweet, don't it? Not in black people land. He turned it into his concert. So he would call me. Shut up, Natasha. I see you down there. He turned it into his concert. He would call me and say, "Hey, how many tickets been given away so far?" I said, "Man, those are invitations. Those not tickets. This ain't no damn concert, man. It's my wedding. What are you doing?" And then I had to fight him because we rented suits for all of the dads and the groomsmen to look alike. Well, hell no. He wanted to wear this 1970s show suit that he wore on a show before I was born. How the hell you want to wear an old black tuxedo and the wedding is white and gold? Something, but y'all think I'm lying. You have to, but I successfully was able to reel him in enough not to hurt his feelings, but still let him get off his little. If you think it's a concert, brother, that's how you sang when she come down this aisle.
Right.
Other than that, you do not have a second song, so you better put all your in this first one, because you ain't got a second one. It ain't no damn concert. So
yeah,
to see my parents enjoying themselves at my wedding as if it was their wedding was a beautiful thing to me, and I'm glad I was able to share that. And those are just some of the things we got to understand, that our parents are human. They've been through stuff. Nana, I know you, Lord, was Nana. Yes, he did. I thought we had to pass the plate around afterwards. Yeah, Nana was at my wedding, and she know that these are true stories. I do not lie. I can't make this stuff up. So, so Kenya said you really was being a hater. How the hell was I being a hater? He wanted to showcase his talents. Pop still got it, and he bust a spin in the flow, y'all. Y'all know the old school spin. He bust a spin. I got video. I was
about to say, did y'all record it? Please tell me you recorded it.
This is the bad part. And look, congratulations to you again on your new marriage. Because if you have video of your marriage, y'all at least got like 4K quality. And my wedding is on VHS. Oh, and it looked horrible. It looked like we got married back when Celie and Mr. got together.
Oh. Well, you know that you can convert that into a DVD now.
We did that. But you know, when you put it in the DVD player, it just looked like a dry VHS tape.
They still don't change the VHS-ness of it.
Is there anybody out there that can upgrade me to 4K when it comes to my wedding? I would love to meet that person. Show me that person. But when getting them involved, it took a little bit of that if you want to call it jealousy, it took a little bit of that away. So I know it's hard for the kids out there that are now probably adults that had to and have to deal with jealous parents in their life. But I would say get them involved. Don't try to raise your parents. See, a lot of people think that, oh boy, when I get grown, I'm gonna tell her and she can't come over my house doing this and all that. I totally get, and he as well. I totally get the fact that you want your parents to respect your house, and if your parents can't respect your house, then yeah, I totally agree. Yo, mom, why don't you just stay over there and I'll come visit you? Dad, just stay over there, I'll come visit you. But don't try to punish your parents.
Yeah,
you don't try to.
I want that because there was a comment that someone put in there, and they were like, "Is that when I told my story? Is that even jealousy?" Which leads me to this. It was jealousy, and like you said, don't punish your parents, because my mother didn't even identify it as jealousy. But when you make comments like, well, what about me? What can I do? Well, what about me, and you're still doing this, you're sounding left out and a little envious. That sounds like a little jealousy there. And
right.
But she didn't realize that. So yeah, it was in my book. I considered it a little jealousy, a little envy, because maybe you didn't get to do it. So now you're trying to get it in there some kind of way. You're a little envious, but have grace on your parents, and they may not even realize that they're doing that. So it made it for us a little easier of a conversation, because I know my mother meant well and means well. That's why I had to come about it from a tender place. Then why you jealous? Why you being jealous? Why you acting like that? Why you trying to ruin my day? I could have came at it that way and it wouldn't have ended well. But yeah, I came about it. Right. I probably would have made it to see the wedding day knowing Rochelle. But I came about it from a different perspective and say, let me have a little grace in this moment and figure out how I can include her in some capacity. So
So if anybody out there got something to say about jealous parents, man, call. You better hurry up and call 817-466-6638. Give us a call. But I gotta say this, man, and y'all might disagree or you might hate me for this one, but I've seen it mostly out of mothers when it comes to jealousy of their children. And it almost seems like from an angle of control. I'm used to controlling this kid. And so now that I feel like I'm losing my control, that's when I'm really going to act up or act out or act a fool. Or I've seen and damn, I'm going to be in trouble for this. But I've seen where for the thirst of attention, mothers have clowned at their sons or daughters' weddings just to get the attention. Yeah. When it comes to daughters wearing a better dress, you know how that go. You know where they want to wear. Okay, the bride got on. What's the color rule? What's the color rule? Because I don't know. It's like
I guess the traditional way would be the only person who should be in white is the bride.
Is the bride.
Right. That's tradition, I should say. But you know, mamas want to look good too. They want to look like a star. They want to look like, true. You know.
That's true. However, when the mama walked down the aisle with a veil on her face, take the damn veil off, mama. Don't nobody want. Everybody know what your face look like, and you ain't finna get married.
I'm gonna do you one better, because I had a friend that went through this for something else. If the mama throwing her own self a bridal shower or a baby shower or something to that effect, you know, that's a bit much. That's a bit much.
And what about like the parents that don't even allow their kids to have birthdays? Well, you know, I gave birth and I should be celebrating because I gave birth. Like, ain't no that kid's birthday. Shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
That is a sign of jealousy. When my daughter got married, I showed her my dress for approval. That's respect. That's respect. You know what? I gotta say it, man. You've always shown respect for your kids, if nothing else. And you need to show respect for your children. And that's at all times. I ain't talking about when they get grown. That's at all times you need to show respect for your children. Absolutely. So, look, people think that your title is the reason why you should get respect. When at the end of the day, respect is the only way you get respect is to give it. It's too many people that do wrong stuff and say, well, because I'm your mama or because I'm your daddy, you need to take it. Now, there is a line. I ain't saying punish your parent, but I ain't saying take an ass kicking from your parent like that as an adult either. You know, some parents come over their kids' house and lay on their furniture wrong on purpose. Well, I raised you and you messed up my couches when you was a kid. That ain't no excuse to go over there and disrespect your grown kid's house. As bad as I want to do it to my daughter.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I promise. I'm gonna get you. No, I'm just playing.
Don't do it.
But there are situations out here where parents think you got to take it just simply because I'm your mama and I'm your daddy. It's crackhead ass parents that ain't never been in their kid's life and think that they warrant respect because you show up and your title is mama or daddy. It don't work that way now. I ain't saying now, although that's the situation, I still don't agree with you punishing your parent for what they didn't do or what they did do. However, what I am saying is, and it's a fine line, you gotta protect yourself and you gotta warrant that respect from that person. Nana said my friend's mother made out with one of the groomsmen at her wedding and she wasn't drunk. What kind of Nana? I'm not even finna go there with you. I ain't finna go. You know what? I am finna go there with you. Y'all was wild back in '69. Now y'all wild. I'm thinking I say, damn, I was going over my kid's house with my Pampers when I get old. Oh, you said you going over your kid's house with your campers when you somebody going. I'm glad Kenya said that. Alexandria, I don't know about you, but I worked hard for my family.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna change me when I'm old. You're
They
gonna
got
take
to.
my ankles and you're gonna put them in that cross and you're gonna hike and you're gonna wipe. Yes. I'm requiring that from my kids. I don't require nothing else from my kids. I don't want nothing from y'all, but y'all gonna wipe me. And the bad part about it is I'm gonna be able to wipe myself, but y'all gonna wipe me.
What somebody if they hire somebody to wipe you?
She better be fine.
I'm done.
She better be fine. And really, look, yeah, somebody gonna wipe. I don't even care if it's my son. You gonna wipe me. God dog it. I work hard. All of dago. Look, yeah, you gonna wipe me. Natasha, what'd you say? I already know which one of my kids gonna take care of me when I get old. I wonder who you think it is. I think I got my mindset on who it is. Is it my boy? Just shake your head. Yeah, because he don't leave you alone. Now, in saying all of that, I'm not going to do a TMI with Tate. How? Because we ran over, but I think we ran over for a good reason. What's up, Mike G? What's going on with you, man? I'm not going to do a TMI with Tate tonight because we ran over, but the reason why we ran over is because we had such great conversation with an awesome guest. It has been a pleasure having you on. Once again, tell everybody where they can follow, where they can watch, so on and so forth.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It's really been so much fun. I told you I love talking to people, and this has been such a great conversation. But you guys, please follow me on Instagram at official Alexandria _ on TikTok, official Alexandria. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on his channel. Then come on over to my channel, and I'm at Alexandria Warfield on YouTube. What else? Facebook, Alexandria Smith. Again, trying to get YouTube caught up with the last name changes and stuff. But you can find me. And if nothing else, if you go to Instagram, there's a link in my bio that has all of these pages listed for you so that you can make it real easy on yourself and just go boop, boop, boop.
You can go what? You can
go boop, boop, boop. That's hidden subscribe on all them little platforms. Boop, boop, boop. And make sure you turn your notifications on so that you know when videos are dropping and posts are being put out there for both of us. We love you guys and we appreciate you guys so much. And I love this. I mean, you're doing great things here, Tate. And by the way, I meant to tell you this before we go. I'm a sucker for a good intro. I like your intro.
Thank you.
That's cute.
Hey, we worked so hard on that intro. Thank you so much. We take a lot of pride, and forget all that. Hold on, because I got to be right. We take a lot of pride in the product that we produce, and I got to give so much credit to the producer, Natasha. We ain't never took time on this show to really show you some love, girl. And she is so, man, when I tell you, such a blessing. And all of these different images and all of these videos and things like that comes from the creative mind of Natasha and just 2% of the creative mind that I got left. So turn your microphone on to say something to the people, girl.
Hey, everybody.
She ain't got nothing to say, and that be the bad part. Them creative people don't know. So in saying thank you so much, we hope you enjoyed the platform. Not only do we want you to return, but we want you to send over other folks, man. It's open. We are open, we are available, and we want to promote good people that's doing good things. So thank you so much again. Everybody out there in TMI land, if you one of the eyes that's watching right now, make sure you like the video. I wanted to say this. I'm so real with it that I went over there and subscribed to Alexandria's page while she was talking. We don't be playing no games. It ain't no faking, no fronting here. We support. So in saying all of that, if y'all don't know what y'all just listened to, you have just listened to what?
What? The greatest news segment in history.
TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate, the director, Natasha, as well as our special guest. Y'all better follow Miss Alexandria Warfield Smith. We are out of here, y'all. Peace.